Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's passage is Mark 6:32-44, and this is the feeding of the 5,000. So often we look at this story and we focus on the miracle. How did 5 loaves and 2 fish feed 5,000 people? But I want us to focus on the heart of the story, and that's the boy with the 5 loaves and 2 fish. The sun was already high over Galilee when the boy crested the hill, clutching his small woven basket. His name was Eliab, and he was 12. Mother had sent him out early with 5 barley loaves and 2 dried fish wrapped in cloth. For the road, she said, though they both knew he wouldn't eat it all. There was always someone hungrier than him. Word had spread fast that the teacher Jesus of Nazareth was near. Eliab had heard tales of him healing the sick, calming storms, even turning water into wine. But Eliab didn't come for miracles. He came because lately people listened when this man spoke. And Eliab had grown tired of being invisible. Can you imagine the scene here? Thousands upon thousands of people from all walks of life gathered on a grassy slope like scattered seed. The air buzzes with excitement and anticipation. This is the setting for our story. In the heart of this crowd is a boy named Eliab. Now, Eliab is a nobody. He's just a boy with a basket of food. But Eliab has something to offer: 5 loaves and 2 fish. Maybe he brought this food because he wasn't planning on staying for Jesus' teaching. Maybe he didn't believe the stories about Jesus. All we know is that he has food in his basket and he's willing to share. This is where our story could end. Eliab could keep his food and run home. No one would blame him. But Eliab has been listening to Jesus. He knows that somewhere in this crowd, there is someone who needs his food more than he does. Even the disciples have given up. But Jesus, he hasn't lost faith, looks at the basket and gives thanks. He then breaks the bread and hands it to the disciples, and miraculously the baskets are filled. As Jesus teaches, hours pass. The sun climbs higher. People grow restless. Grumbling fills the air. Andrew asks this, and he looks at the boy and the basket. Then he takes the basket and runs to Jesus. It's then that Philip tells Jesus to send the people away so they can buy food. Sometimes the best way we can show up is simply by showing up. Jesus turns to Philip and says, "You feed them." He didn't know exactly how it would help, but he trusted that somehow it would be enough. He trusted Jesus. He trusted his mother who told him to share. He trusted Andrew who promised he would take care of it. Trusted the other disciples. He even trusted the other kids who took his food and shared it with their friends. Eliab put his faith in the right things, and that made him the miracle. He reminds Eliab that he is also a miracle. Imagine the look on Philip's face. He protests, saying that it would take more than half a year's wages to feed everyone. Undeterred, Jesus tells the disciples to go find provisions, but they come back empty-handed. Now, the pressure is on. People are hungry. The disciples are confused. And Eliab is looking for someone to give his food to. So he approaches Andrew, one of Jesus' disciples, and says, "I have this." Here's the thing. By this point, we've all lost faith. Our story doesn't end with the feeding, though. Jesus finds Eliab and commends him for his offering. Let's stop for a second and unpack that statement. This boy offered what little he had. Friends, in a world where we talk a lot about what we can do for God, let's remember that sometimes the quietest, most hidden offerings are the greatest. If you enjoyed today's story, I invite you to subscribe and follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. See you next time.